welcome to A Little Bit Petty. I'm Justin Petty, and today we are welcoming the lovely, the beautiful, the amazing Camila.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing today, girl?
I'm doing great. It's a good day.
Girl, me too. Me too.
Good hair day. Good makeup day.
I said we're gonna come. I literally told you ourselves, like, we're gonna come beat, and we're gonna come looking really good, and then we super exceeded every expectation.
Literally,
like,
we both look amazing.
Stunning. I am just so happy about today, and in case y'all haven't noticed, there is a new setup. I know.
So pretty.
You can see everything, but also I need to
Just a little.
adjust a little the girls a little
The
bit.
girls.
But today I wanted to start off with a little bit about a topic, and you know, it's a topic that we as women have to say, fuck men. From the top.
Fuck men.
Fuck men.
All of them.
All of them, 24/7 every single day. And I think I'm just a little bit mad because
I'm very mad.
whenever I talk to, it's a thing. I hate.
Let's get into it.
I hate that men are attractive. Sometimes.
Oh.
I hate it.
girl.
I hate it. It's annoying.
It is annoying because sometimes you're like fuck men. I hate men, and then like you see I don't know fucking Idris Elba, and you're like
Wait a minute.
wait.
Exactly.
Wait.
Who are you?
Still fuck men, but I only want to fuck men. That's
Exactly.
Like nothing else.
My God.
Nothing else.
I just want to fuck men.
Nothing
Literally,
else.
it's and the thing is like you know those pictures like that you see like those political pictures of like women ruling the earth and then men being milked just for their semen. I'm ready for that.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for
Actually,
that.
I think we're past that. I feel like I read something about like stem cells being used for like so that women could have their own babies. I'm like, done.
Boom.
Do it.
Literally,
Let's get rid
then
of
men
men.
are so unneeded, and then men are
Unnecessary.
like, I feel like women are always trying to eliminate us, and that's true.
That's all they've been doing for the last how many years?
Exactly. Literally, exactly. Every
I
time
think it's their time
yeah.
to go.
Yeah, I'm like, you thought being canceled was bad, but you're about to get exterminated.
Extinct.
That's the step above.
Extinct.
Extinct.
Yes.
I'm
nature's cancel culture.
Nature's cancel culture!
Extinction.
Please! Please!
Nature said, I don't need you anymore.
I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't want... Theo! And right as of right now, we are filming in my living room, and so my cat is just roaming around, and honestly, just such a beautiful
Theo.
little love bug. I promise you, he's gonna climb up to the top.
But you're a man too, so you gotta go.
Theo's non-binary.
Oh, we love.
love non-binary.
We
We love that Theo's
I'm
non-binary.
so sorry I gendered you. Wow.
Wow, I hated that. They hated that. They hated that.
I'm canceled.
I'm canceled.
I'm canceling myself.
Not. You have to go. Not just kidding. No.
Extinction. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Extinction. I have to leave. Well, let's talk about a little bit about relationships and get into that.
With men?
With it can be with people in general.
Cute.
But you know, we could talk about like our most problematic relationships with men, or we can talk about maybe not. And when I say problematic, it could be like
every relationship with a man is problematic.
and you better say it. I feel like every time I'm in like, and this is, I know this is just a bashing session of men, but they do it on their podcast, so fuck it.
Exactly.
It's literally,
Yeah.
exactly. They say, that's the thing. Also, giving men freedom of speech. That was a choice.
Yeah, we need to take that away.
That was definitely a choice. And I don't know why they still have it. Especially on platforms like Spotify and YouTube.
Honestly, yeah. They don't deserve it.
No.
Actually, they've abused it.
Girl, I listened to this podcast and he was talking about women and working out, and he was like, well, women don't need to work out as hard because of, you know, gravity. Bitch! Huh?
Gravity?
Literally gravity. And you know what, right?
Bitch, I wish.
From now on, I'm levitating.
That's it.
From now on, I'm defying gravity.
I'm defying gravity.
Kiss me goodbye.
I can't go up there, but yes, all that.
Yeah, she's a singer. But is there anyone in play right now? Not to get a little juicy.
No one. Literally dry as a desert. So hotties hit me up.
Literally, hotties hit us up. Same. No one right now. And the thing is, of course, I mean, the thing is, I don't really want to be in a relationship right now. And like,
I do.
No. How long have you not been in a relationship?
Now that's petty.
I mean, you came on the podcast. I mean, I haven't been in one in about 6 months.
Okay. My last relationship ended the week before the pandemic.
Let's talk about that. How? And we don't even need to talk about the breakup.
About it. So.
And the thing is, and when I say like, was it? I mean, I guess you don't have to get too deep into like how hard it was to go through a breakup during the pandemic, but like,
girl, I ended up in a mental hospital.
Bitch.
It wasn't because of that.
No.
There was a lot going on, but
there was a lot going on, but it wasn't that.
I mean, it just was like
that didn't
added
help.
to it. It didn't help.
You know, men always choose the worst time.
No, literally, it was. I got broken up with on like a Wednesday, and that Friday, they sent us home from work and like to not come back to the office at all, and like that started the pandemic. Like I never went back to the office, so it was like immediately like got broken up with, skipped the next day of work because I was just like sad. And I was like, I'm not doing work right now because I'm crying. Mm-hmm. And then that Friday, pandemic starts.
Oh my gosh!
And I was living in like a dark little studio, and it was just brutal.
Well, then let's get. You know what? Now we talked about men enough. You know what? We talked about men enough.
I love that. Like, you know what? That's too sad. Let's switch the subject now. I get it.
No, I was. Well, also, like, I don't want to give men too much of this podcast.
That's true.
Literally, not too strong, independent women talking about makeup. You look so fucking good today. Can we get into it? When did you like start doing makeup? Like, when did you start getting into it? Like,
so I started doing like I started doing makeup probably in like July, August of last year.
Okay.
And I was just doing like a little like little tiny wing when I would go to the club. That was before my transition.
Yeah.
So it was just like a tiny little like eye makeup, and then I started doing like full face makeup in October.
Wow, wait,
like
first, I didn't know October? That it was that recent. Like, I didn't know that you're a girl.
Yeah.
I thought you...
I had to learn, like, real quick.
Well, you look real good.
Thank you. I know. I've gotten really good at it. So you were at that wedding that I was in last week, and I told you I had a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist, do my entire face, and I was like, this bitch had, like... those like airbrush machines to put on makeup. I was like, bitch, I've never even seen that. And I was like, I'm gonna look so good. Like,
she said, I'm about to
she knows what she's doing. Like, yes, I'm ready for it. She's like, I'm done. You haven't sneaked a peek, right? And I was like, no. She gives me the mirror, and I'm like, oh.
You didn't say oh to her.
I literally was like, oh. Could we like fix this? Like, like even so, it was my best friend's wedding. She came over and she was like, "Oh yeah, no, like we need to like fix this, and this." And she was like arguing with us about colors. Like, my dress was like a gorgeous green, and she put like purple eyeshadow on. And I was like, "I'm gonna be out here looking like the fucking Joker or something," because no. And she was like, "Well, I only use this color and this color," and I was like, "Bitch, that's purple." Like, that, you were showing me purple, and she was like, no, they're, like, more of a soft brown. I'm like...
A soft brown?
Girl. I ended up having to... I literally was just like, you know what? Move on to the next girl. I'm gonna go.
How did she...
I wiped it off. I literally brought my own, like, little caboodle full of makeup because I knew, like, I wanted to be prepared.
Yeah, just in case. Always be prepared. I guess I really didn't pay attention to the other girls because you were so... Y'all, I'm gonna put a picture up, like, right in this little box. She looked so pretty.
I looked amazing.
Literally amazing. And you know what? I guess that's why I don't remember the other girls.
True.
There was one really good other dress.
Yeah.
Like the girls in the green dresses were stunned. But like your makeup was the one that stood out. Yeah. You and the bride, of course.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I went like away to the back to the hotel and just like redid my face.
Oh my gosh.
And I did a really great job.
Yeah.
Like an amazing job. Like, I have pictures of like comparison side to side Oh.
Girl, have you ever did you ever think that you're going to be going to a wedding this young?
No.
Because you're 23?
Yeah. I'm so young. I'm 23 years
23 years young.
I'm 28. I know. I look amazing for 28.
When I tell you, I would have never guessed. Thing is, I feel like now that you said it, I feel like you have said that before. But I thought you were like maybe 23, 24 around my age.
Yeah, no, I'm 28. Kelsey
bitch.
always calls me an old bitch.
Girl, isn't
Kelsey's also an old bitch?
What is Kelsey's age?
I don't know.
When I met her.
But I feel like Kelsey could pass for like 35 and I can pass for 23.
Literally, she listens to every episode. She's about to drag us. No, thing is, Kelsey looks very young, but I thought when I met Kelsey, they said one age. But that now there's been another age that's been consistently been said.
We'll clear it up.
We're going to clear it up.
We're going to clear it up.
We're going to see her tonight.
Yes.
So, hey girl, what's your actual age?
What's your birthday? The year?
The year. You said you went to college 4 years ago. I went to college 3 years ago.
Now, I can't do math,
but I'm so confused.
I think you're old. Yeah.
Creeping up on 32?
She's going to kill me. But
well, you know what? We love you, Kelsey. We're just kidding.
Yeah.
You have the skin of a soft baby's bottom. And you need to keep that. You need to keep that in your heart before you decide to beat us up.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for now.
Yeah. Ooh. You're so shady. I can't stand you. I'm gonna say this too. I feel like I love aging. Like I love getting older. Like, well, I guess you know what? I
love like, I don't know, growing.
Yes, I love growing aging as a person.
Yeah.
And I love getting new experiences, but I also feel like I'm gonna age really pretty.
Yes.
Like I don't feel in my heart that I'm gonna get old and crinkly. Like I feel like I'm gonna get older and look like Angela Bassett. Period.
Yes.
And like don't get me wrong, like am I gonna get a little here and there, like a little Botox here and there? But you know what? And I don't think that I will ever like really get into too much plastic surgery unless you know what? I don't think
you're like
you know, and I keep going. You know, I don't think I'm gonna get into too much plastic surgery because I do love my face, but also at the same time, if something happens where I'm like, you know what, I want bigger hips. I want to,
100%.
A BBL.
That.
Have you ever thought about getting a BBL?
Every single day of my life, I have no butt right now. So like, yes, I'm in desperate need of a BBL. But honestly, like I just started estrogen, so like 3 months ago.
That's the thing. That's why I think I was so like shocked when you said like it's only been 6 months, and I was like,
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, it's been real quick. I've only been on estrogen for 3 months, and I started transitioning in October. I know. I mean, I've been super, super lucky. I'm not like trying to brag because first of all, passing is a whole topic that is like wrong in the beauty standards, but I've been fortunate enough to be like really pretty.
Yeah.
And makeup obviously has a lot to do with that, which is like kind of why when I started makeup, like doing my full face, I would literally sit there for hours doing my makeup, sometimes taking it all off, doing it again, just like practicing.
Girl, when I tell you, I have seen this girl come in like with half a face and like will bring all her makeup, and she'll just come into like because our friends will always like hang out.
Yeah. And
so she'll come in and then like everyone's like, aren't you done? She's like, no, I gotta get my finishing touches.
Every time they're
literally
like, aren't you done? What else do you have to do? I'm like, ask me again in an hour and you'll see.
But the thing is, and then 30 minutes later she's like, I need to go home. Like
literally, that's me. I'm like, okay, now I'm done. I'm gonna take a selfie. And I'm gonna go take this off now. Okay, bye.
Bye, y'all. It was so fun.
Yeah.
But you always look so pretty, and like genuinely, like looking at your makeup, being around like I will say being around like the girlies so much has really like helped me like not only with my makeup but like come into everything a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
And like
same.
It's just so nice to have like a really tight knit community, and like girls that you can kind of just kiki with, make fun of each other, and like it feels like, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but like usually when I'm in a friend group, I always feel like this luring, like something bad is gonna happen. But when I'm with y'all, I'm like, it's so nice.
Oh
yeah.
I get exactly what you mean. Like with our friend group now, I feel like it's just we're always like. I mean, our friend group is fairly new. Like, I met you
about a month ago?
A month?
About, like, for real, like a month ago.
Oh, like, for real. But, like, we met back in, like, I think October for that Halloween party.
Yes. Okay, that's when we, like, originally met. And, like, we probably seen I think I've seen you, like, through the bars and everything like that.
Yeah, we've been in, like, in the scene around each other. But like, we barely started, like, actually hanging out. And then same with like Mel and Kelsey and Tristan, honestly.
Literally, like this year, it was just
we're
like
so close now that we're literally just like together all the time.
Yeah.
And it feels like I've known y'all for years.
Girl, the next podcast. So me and my girlies broke up.
No! Oh my god, we're gonna cut that out because I just hit my head on the chair.
Oh, are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Just a concussion. Just
like
follow that a little bit. It is. I will say that, like, let's get into this then. Let's talk about your previous friend groups. Do you think,
okay, yes, I was like,
You said, hold on, let me.
I'm the kind of person that, like, when my life changes, like, in any big way, I just, like, ditch everyone and, like, start over.
Okay, I do that too, and my therapist told me that was a problem. Like, my therapist was like, she was like, do you ever just think that you don't need to do, like, you could keep the connection still? I'm like, no. Like, as when I graduated from college, don't talk to no one. High school, no one. And I don't know why.
For me, it's like, I've outgrown them. Like, I no longer need, it's usually like people who are like, I've been friends with by circumstance, like through a job or like through school, where like I'm just always around them, so I have to like be friendly, yeah. But this is the first time, honestly, that I've made like friends that I'm like, oh, I actually like you, like.
Oh, I actually, girls, I think I'm happy here,
right? Like, is this what friendship is like,
girl? And like, it's just, like, I will say, it's just nice to be really comfortable. And, like...
No, yeah.
And with everyone in our group, it's just very much, like, we get to just be comfortable. Yeah. Like, and not for very long, you get to be comfortable, especially as, like, queer individuals, but, like, pretty individuals. Like, it's hard to find pretty people.
It's so hard to find other pretty people.
It's really it. When tear comes down, like, it's tough. It's so tough.
Like, to be so pretty, because everyone is just so ugly.
Girl, I feel like, okay, did you feel like you came into your prettiness, or was something that it was always, or did you always think you were pretty?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm again 28.
Yeah.
And
say it with pride, 28. Yes.
No.
We ain't gonna do that.
Keep your voice down.
Like, we bleep it.
Yes. I'm 20. Every time.
I'm 20.
Just edit it over, like 23.
23. 21.
Yes. It just keeps getting a lower number as the episode goes on.
I was literally just born. You actually said, okay, go back to what you were talking about.
Actually, it's funny you said that, because something I've thought of lately is like, as part of my transition, like, I didn't expect to feel so, like, newborn. Like, I feel like the person that I am today is, like, 3 months old. Because, like, I never, like, part of, like, the whole transition and, like, the experience was realizing, like, oh, like, the reason I felt so, like, insecure, like, all my body dysmorphia, like, depression, anxiety, was because I was a trans woman, and, like, I just was so lost in, like, who I was, just, like, what I was, that I've turned from a person who, like, never took selfies, never took pictures, hated, like, every picture that was taken of me, just like it was just like this weird thing. Like you see yourself and you're like, that's me? Like that's how my entire life was. And then I started my transition and I was like, I'm like really pretty.
Yeah.
Like I'm so pretty. And it really wasn't like a vain thing. It wasn't like oh, I'm so pretty. It was like, I'm a trans woman and I'm like so proud of that. And like, just like saying that and realizing that sounds and feels so right that like, there's no way for you to like for me to look at myself and be like, I'm ugly. Cause I'm just like, I don't know. Trans is like gorgeous and beautiful.
Trans is gorgeous and beautiful.
It was like the most empowering thing. And so like my whole like pretty journey, is like literally the past 3 months. I'm probably like, I need to be humbled regularly now, as you all can tell.
Literally, well, if you think about it like this, that's why we have Kelsey. That's why
that is so true.
That's why you always need a friend.
Kelsey, thank you. Thank you for doing that for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say that like you always need a friend that is going to humble you. Like,
and that's Kelsey.
Truly. And the thing is, she's also pretty. So like,
oh yeah,
you feel like, oh yeah.
You're like,
let me shut my dumb ass up. You're right. Let me just shut up really quick. But thinking about transitioning. I maybe should have made the segue, but let's transition into this break, and we'll see you in a moment. Okay, y'all.
Speaking of transitions, watch this transition right here.
Exactly. Girl. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. And hi, Cammy. We're about to get a little bit petty, so...
Just a tiny bit.
Just an itsy bitsy bit.
Just a little petty.
So, I ask this question every podcast, but... What's been the most petty thing that you've done? We're going to get right into it.
That I've done?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or someone's done to you.
I have, like, both.
Let's do what you've done first and then what someone's done to you after.
Okay. I mean, I try not to be petty. That's a fucking lie. Like, petty is deserved, you know?
Yes.
Like, I'm not just petty in my everyday life, but, like, if you, like, wrong me, I'm like... I'm not like a strong person, so I'm not like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm like, I'm going to ruin your life.
Time to get
I'm gonna find shit out about you and ruin your life.
You said revenge. Yes. Period.
Honestly, one of the pettiest things I've ever done was when I worked at Starbucks.
Okay.
And 2 of my coworkers were dating. And it was like a supervisor and...
Not a supervisor.
Barista. So like, the supervisor, she was dating like a barista who like... She was basically like that barista's manager.
Oh no.
And they were causing so much drama, like, and this, like, they were fighting all the time. And then I found out that they were like talking shit about me.
No, what'd they say?
Basically like just that like I was bad at my job or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, first of all, I don't care about this job. So
yes,
I'm probably bad at my job, but like, also don't say that shit.
Yeah, you don't. That could get me fired. Hello?
Yeah. So I got them fired. Basically, you watch Euphoria?
Yes. Of course!
You know how Rue was like, so Cassie, like, how long have you been fucking Nate? I basically did that. I was just like, during a meeting, like, haven't you guys been, like, fucking? How long? And, like, it just blew up from there, because, like, they, like, didn't even make it a secret. Like, everyone knew.
Yeah.
But they were just, like, really annoying and causing so much drama that I was just like,
I don't like you.
I'm not gonna lose my job.
No. I mean, why would you?
I mean, yeah, that was, looking back at it, that was pretty petty.
Have I done anything like that? I would do the same thing. Because if you want to play chess with me, bitch, I'm gonna win.
I'm just like, don't come for me, because
I will send for you, bitch. I'm gonna release the dragons.
Yes.
My name is, and the thing is, everyone wants to come to this podcast and be so demure and be like, I'm petty. I'm a petty ass bitch because I'm a Capricorn, and Capricorns are petty as fuck, and so
that's true. I
don't deal with it. As soon as you wrong me, get ready. The wrath will be coming, and don't cross a Capricorn, girl. And to the girl that has been talking shit and saying things and dragging my name through the mud, I know who you are.
Miley, what's good?
Miley, what's good?
Literally.
Girl, Let me not even get into that. But what's been the most? Then what's the other thing? What's been the most petty thing that's happened to you?
Okay, the most petty thing. Clearly, I've thought about this so much. It was actually last year.
Ooh.
I'm gonna like not name names.
Don't say names.
No names. Just context clues.
Yeah. We're gonna at them actually. Their names will be right here.
Actually, you're like, and you can come out now. I'm like, ah!
Maury. Honestly, if this just became Maury, like if a little bit petty just became people just confronting other people,
that would be hilarious.
I would love it.
Future episodes.
Future episodes.
We're thinking ahead.
Enemies. But yes.
No. So last year, I had like, I hooked up with a certain drag queen.
Okay.
And it was just like a drunken thing that I was drunk and like.
Oh yeah.
In the mood, I guess, and it was somebody who like had hit on me before. Yeah. We hooked up, and then I was very clear of like, I'm not looking for a relationship.
No.
Like, we basically ended up at like as like, okay, we can be friends with benefits, and I was like, very clear about that.
Yeah.
And then we hooked up one more time, and I just like immediately like there was feelings.
Oh.
Like they caught feelings.
Yeah.
And who can blame them?
No, like when people catch feelings, when I say like I don't catch feelings, like I get it. Like it's hard.
Right. But things got like weird, and like I was just like trying to like that's exactly what I was trying to avoid is like a situation where like feelings were gonna be hurt. So it was like very obvious like they were trying to be in a relationship. And I kind of just made it clear of like, hey, so like, you know what? Like I'm not looking for that. Like I was very clear that I was not looking for that.
Yeah.
So like let's be friends. Like let's just go back to being friends. Like we can be fine. And they were like, yeah, like
she said, yeah,
sure, let's do that. And then the next time I'm at the club and they're performing, I'm there like having a good time, a little tipsy. Yeah. And they start performing, and like I said, I was like still friends with them.
Yeah.
It was somebody that I had supported for a while. So like it's somebody that like I've seen multiple times and like would always tip and cheer on, and I was like there to support them.
Yeah.
I'm there having my little drink and like kikiing, and then my friend is like, this whole performance is about you. Like the song that they were performing was like clearly like a breakup song, and I was like,
my God.
I was like, what? And then I started listening to the song, and it's like, oh, like it was basically the same situation that like we had just gone through, and they like made a performance out of it, and I was like, drag is art, so like I get it, but
yeah, girl, she said it's good for you.
Literally,
girl.
But like
you literally lived in a Glee moment.
I did. I really did.
Everyone keeps saying I'm crazy for saying this, but I feel like there is going to be a drag queen version of Glee. Wait for it.
Oh God, no one needs that.
But we kind of do.
And
I want to write it and direct it.
Maybe don't.
Maybe don't. I'm ready to unleash the beast. Ryan Murphy.
I'm here for it. Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. Hey, girl.
Let's call him up right now.
Girl,
the way I feel like he's probably already working on that.
Oh yeah, ain't no way.
But so.
Hold on. You just keep talking. Hold on. I know. I'm so sorry.
We're good.
Oh, I hate swallowing, but
I don't.
Did you hear that, y'all?
Did you get that, Mike?
Did you get that, Mike? Come dump.
It's my name. No.
It's my middle name.
Oh God. Anyways, that's not even like the pettiest part because like performing, getting a song like a performance done about you is like, it was.
It's kind of iconic,
right? I was like,
it's kind of
wait, it's about me. Like,
wait a minute.
Wow, I'm so special. No. But so during the performance, actually, I feel like this was like the next day, but I'm there again. And she's performing, and like I said, this is like a person I had like tipped multiple times. Like, I was at so many of their shows.
Yeah.
I'm there just like minding my own business, and during the performance, this person like goes up to where I am to me and just like holds her hand out, like as in like tip me. Cause and I was just like, I was like so taken aback that I was just like,
I'm like, actually, this isn't good.
And she pulls out $1 and like gives it to me, and I'm just like so lost. I was like a little tipsy too, so I'm just like grabbing it, and then she just like snatches it and like continues the performance, and I was just like,
that's so embarrassing for her though.
Right? I was just like,
that's so embarrassing.
That was just weird.
Oh,
like,
no.
why? So I was just kind of like, that was petty. Like, why would you do that?
Exactly. Why would you do that?
And I just thought we were good. Like, we were still friends. Clearly,
you weren't.
We weren't. And then like after that, we had like a whole talk about it, because I was just like, are you okay? Like, are things good? And obviously things weren't. And
she needs to have her moment, though. Sometimes you need to
have that
her
moment. Girl, listen.
You know what? Have your moment. Have your moment. Have your moment. Embarrass yourself right now, and then we can talk.
Exactly.
Because look at me. I'm still in
right.
standing.
I'm still just there, like, okay.
Girl, you tipped yourself. Woo.
You like made a performance about me, and then you did that, like.
Girl, I actually don't even. I remember you talk.
I was like, so you were down bad.
Not you were down bad, girl. Ooh, that is spicy.
Yeah.
Ooh, you would.
She's that girl.
I mean, you're that girl.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I want to ask more questions, but I feel like the more tea that we get into that, we're gonna kind of pinpoint who the person exactly is. But do you still run into this person now? Are you two actually still friends now?
Yes. So this was last summer. So
yeah.
A while ago. We're fine.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Hopefully they don't listen to this.
And if you do, you're fine now. Remember that.
You're fine.
We're fine. Like, everything's fine. Like, everyone's over it. It's just a funny story.
And thanks for the story, babe.
Maybe she won't be fine after this. Bop, 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 bop. You said.
Hey, listen. You told me to be petty,
girl, and thank you for giving me that. I appreciate that. I feel like I've never been the girl, but I have done the performance thing before, in the sense of like I wrote a whole entire play. I'm Lexi.
Okay, Lexi.
I'm Lexi.
Okay, Lexi.
I literally got Lexi from Euphoria. I literally wrote a whole entire like play about my family and about how like.
Did you invite your family to see it?
Okay. No.
Okay,
I didn't have the guts. I wish I had the guts to invite my family. But there was a lot of things in it that it was just, I will say that I didn't hold no bars with my mom. Like, anything is, like, it's a play. So, of course, it shows only the bad moments. I mean, overall, she was a pretty good mom. But, like, that play, it wrecked. Like, wrecked.
Drama sells.
Drama sells. And I actually think, you know what? I actually maybe, like, sent her the play. But, like, sometimes when you read something, it's different than when you see something.
Yeah.
And I think she was like, oh, this is a great play. She was like, because it was, like, based on me and my twin brother who has autism. And, like, it was basically how I'm going to have to take care of him growing up. And basically what I would be like as a caretaker, me looking at myself in the future. And then, like, also confronting the demons that me and my twin had to go through with my mom in the past. Exactly.
A very Lexi moment. Wow.
Girl, I really felt it, but I didn't act in it because I was like, that's too close.
Okay.
The fact that she acted in it too.
I know. Bold.
Girl, honestly, it's time for the Euphoria podcast after
she
this.
She did that. Actually, yeah.
Bitch. But we're not going to see it. I just... 5 minutes. 5 minutes Euphoria, and then I'm going to cut it. I just wish... There are so many things that I wish that we got to know at the end of the season.
Oh, literally. I feel like they were just like, and that's the end.
Jules... Where did she go? Where did she go at the end of the season? I was like...
She was just like there.
She was Rue's girlfriend. That's what I remember from her in the season. she was Rue's girlfriend, and I hate that because she was such an interesting character in season 1.
She was, they like completely didn't give her any like storyline.
Yeah, and I was like, I get it. We love to see cis girls fight, but like, where's Jules?
Like, I kind of get it because she had like the entire first season was like kind of Jules focused.
Yeah.
And then second season was Rue focused. But I feel like they just didn't give Jules anything.
I think they're like, honestly, I thought that they were like, if you think about their names, Rue and Jules, like Romeo and Juliet, they're like,
oh wow, I didn't even catch that.
Girl, and I was like, are they gonna die at the end? And I was like, I really don't want to see Jules die. Like, no. I really don't. Like, the thing is, I feel like we have had so much media in our lifetime with like queer people dying. Like, I'm just tired of seeing it.
100%.
Like, I don't want to see like, and it's always like some type of drug. Like, I'm tired. Like, girl.
Yeah. No, I feel like that would just be
hope not.
Really shitty writing. Like, to kill off the trans character.
He won't. Unless she quits, he won't.
Right.
Like, if she quit, I could see him doing it, but I couldn't imagine.
True.
Okay, enough about literally enough about Euphoria. A little bit more about you. Do you also perform in drag? Is this something that you also kind of delve into a little bit too?
I've done it in the past. Mm-hmm. But I've never like performed in drag. Mm-hmm. I've gotten into drag a couple times, but I mean, it's something I'm still thinking about doing, but
I'm kind of in the same space.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, last year is when I first did drag, and mm-hmm. It was very much like it was like part of my trans journey where I was like,
okay,
like maybe I'll like drag. And I remember the first time I did drag, I literally told my friend, I was like, I don't know, like this might fuck with my head, because like I had already had so many thoughts about like being trans, and I was just like, what if this is just like.
Do you want to get into that? Could you get into that at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was like that first thought like? Was it scary? Was it something that you've always thought about? Has it always been a lingering thing in your mind?
It literally, thinking back on it, yes, like it's always been there in the back of my mind. I'm not like the like brightest person when it comes to like things like that. I was very much like in denial, I guess.
Yeah, I could see you being one of those people that like when someone likes you, you don't know. Like you don't know.
No idea. You have to like.
You have to be very
direct.
blunt. Like
literally.
You have to literally stop me and tell me that you like me, or I'm just friends. You're just so nice to me. Oh my god.
Either that or like there's been a few times where I've gone like one time I walked into Hydrate.
Yeah.
This was like a year ago. I walked into Hydrate and somebody like walked right up to me, and I guess they were like trying to flirt with me, but I just saw like a stranger, you know? So I'm walking in by myself, and like it's like Hydrate, so it's just like a bunch of muscle gays, so I'm just like, ugh. But this guy comes up to me and is like, oh, hey, how are you? And I was like, fine. Just like, I was like, kind of like, who the fuck are you? I was like, oh, I'm fine. And they go, oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I was like, I didn't ask. And I just walked away.
Girl.
Like, that was the most bitchiest thing to say. But it wasn't. I was just like, why is someone talking to me?
Yeah. And I think there are some, I'm not going to say every single muscle gay is dumb or bad, but like some, like a lot of them are.
When it's like a group of them, it's...
Girl,
but like, yeah,
it's more like, thing is like one-on-one, some of them are really nice. Like I've learned, because I'm trying to open my mind to be kind to everyone in the new year. Like I've been really trying to do that. really, really hard.
It's so hard to accept the white muscle gays. You're like, ugh.
I'm just like, not, never mind. There's some things I'm gonna hold my tongue on.
Yeah.
But
but like, yeah, that's how I am with like flirting, and like, yeah, you have to be very direct with me.
Me too. But back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier. When did you find out? Like,
yeah, I remember like even a couple of years ago having like this conversation with my best friend where I was like, I'm not trans. I just like wish I could wake up as a girl. Like one day just wake up and be a girl. Like, but I was like, but I'm not trans. Like, it's different.
Girl. Denial.
Literally.
She literally looked at like like herself in the mirror, and I was like,
No, literally, that's how bad. I don't know. It was like something I clearly thought of, but the process of like committing to like identifying as trans and then transitioning is like so scary that it very much is like kind of that denial where you're like, that's too much. And then it was like all of last year where I just met like so many like gorgeous and like successful like trans women.
If Chicago's not nothing, it will teach you that like queer people can be so successful.
That it was a big part of it was the fact that I just like didn't have a trans like community. Like I didn't have any concept of like, okay, if I come out as trans and transition, what is that gonna look like? Like what I had no idea what it could look like. I didn't know any other like out and like fully like I guess further along in their transition trans people, and I met a lot last year, and that's when I was like, oh, like this is absolutely something that like isn't going to ruin my life. It's gonna make my life better.
I'm glad that you went through that process. I know that must have been like a really hard journey to like it's hard to come to grips with that.
Yeah.
And like, would you say that like maybe there was a part of you that like didn't want that, or was it always like I do want this but I'm just scared?
That didn't want
had this like tingling sensation of not wanting to transition because you were afraid.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what kept me from transitioning for such a long time, is just like what, like, will I lose everyone in my life?
Yeah.
I mean, a big thing is like, will I be able to like live as a trans woman and like keep my job and my family, my friends, like be a normal like person? Not normal, but like, is society going to treat me like a normal person?
Yeah.
Or is my life just going to like flip upside down? But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the scariest part. But then once you realize that you can transition and that there's a whole community out there that like will accept you and will like nurture you and help you along, that's like honestly the biggest thing to like that like helped me make that decision.
Oh, okay.
It got heavy.
God. You're about to make me cry over here like that. Like
no, and like fully like I said before my transition, I was like a completely different person. Did not love myself. Did not like. Was fully like depressed and suicidal my entire life.
Yeah.
And obviously like transitioning hasn't completely fixed all my problems, but as far as like my mental health, like transitioning like was everything that I needed, because once you realize like, oh, this is who I am, like this is, I don't know, it's literally like, it sounds so cheesy, but like finding yourself, like seeing yourself in the mirror and being like, that's what I've been waiting to see, like that's what was missing. It's just like the biggest thing to like, I don't know, it just makes you so like not happy, but it makes you feel like a real person, like, oh, like this is who I am.
Literally, like it. I'm really glad that you found yourself, and I will say, like, it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hard to come to grips with certain things in your life, and it's hard to kind of like wonder so many things about like transitioning or deciding to be like a lot more like outwardly like queer because exactly, like, because you never know how people are gonna treat you, and like. At least for me, like I found like when I first started to come out and like transition, like it was very like, then like very difficult for me. Like, and it's still like there's still a lot of things that I'm working on now. But like when I first like started going out as a woman or like a trans woman going out, more femme, and like it was weird because the world treated me so differently immediately.
Oh yeah.
People don't talk about that because like. people will go from like talking to you to not, and like
100%. No, it's like very noticeable how, like, I can tell exactly how a person feels like toward, or like what they think of trans people as soon as I meet them.
Exactly. You can tell by their face. You can tell by their energy. Literally. Like, it's so frustrating. And like, also like, there's so many great things, but there's also so many terrible people.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm also glad you came on the other side because you look so good and you're sickening. And
yeah,
3 months on estrogen and you look like, I mean, not saying like we always say passing doesn't matter, but like,
yes,
you looked so good.
I know.
And
I'm so happy for like, not that I passed, because like, first of all, like, acknowledge, or like, I don't know, knowing that I passed is not something that like I felt.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even now, I still go out and like am scared of like, do I like pass enough to not be like hate crimed when I'm out by myself? Because when you see yourself one way for such a long time, it's really hard to like get that out of your head. And like, I know I'm like a gorgeous trans woman, but I want to be a gorgeous trans woman, not like I want like it to be known that I am trans. Like, I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to pass for like other people. It's just like,
no.
I want to feel like who I am, like what I think of myself. But I mean, it's just hard. The whole,
it is.
But yes, it's, I know how like fortunate I am, because like I'm sure it's a lot harder for other people like in their transition just to like be able to go out and like feel comfortable in themselves. And it really wasn't until like other people told me like, you look amazing, or like you basically like pass, that I was like, oh, I do? Like, what? Hold on.
And, you know, before we continue this beautiful conversation, let's pass on to this break. We'll see you in a moment.
Speaking of transitions.
Ooh, that was... I'm really sad that this has to end. I'm really sad. I'm really sad. Okay.
For y'all, though, because we're going to keep talking.
Yeah, exactly. We're literally about to hang out and play video games after this.
Yes.
But, welcome back. And let's get a little bit back into, you know, I was going to say, so you also do art.
Yes.
You're an artist. I love that.
I'm an artist. I'm trying to, like, I don't know, switch careers, kind of, into art, because it's something that I studied marketing.
Yeah.
So I went to, like, business school because I basically got into school for music, for guitar.
Ooh, what?
So I was like a huge, like, I was a Warped Tour kid, like pop punk, emo kid in high school.
I can't tell. I literally
obviously
can't.
I know.
Literally can't tell. Not you wearing all black. No. I was looking at the camera.
I hate black.
Literally, our outfits are polar opposites.
I know. I noticed that as soon as I walked in, and I was like,
but that cute little bob, like our bob era.
I know.
Our bob era. Your hair is so pretty, though. I'm going to compliment you for 5 minutes. First, you're so gorgeous. Y'all, like, genuinely, when I saw Cammy at the wedding, and I know we brought this up a long time ago, like, literally, I could not stop gushing about you. Like, you look so stunning. You're always, like, so stunning. You're always at a 10. Back to your art, though. Yes.
Yeah. So I went to business school because my parents were basically like, music school's not gonna, like, I don't know, get you anywhere. Hated college and, like, somehow graduated with a marketing degree and got, like, into a marketing job.
Yeah.
And then that made me hate my life.
Girl.
Like, working in a 9-to-5 office with, like, business people was awful.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic started, and that's kind of, like, when I realized, like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I've always, like, been into art, and I was the kid that, like, my entire notebook in school was, like, doodles instead of notes.
Yeah.
But I just, like, decided to get into, like, digital illustration after, like, just seeing digital art and artists, and I was like, I mean, that looks fun. Like, I'm just gonna do it like as a hobby. And then I did like a little program for like graphic design.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do now is like get more art out there. I'm doing like a few collabs like with Mel.
Yeah.
I just made a t-shirt design.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Get that resume together, girl.
Yes, I'm trying to like just put art out there.
Yeah.
So like I have some on my Instagram right now. But I'm really like just trying to make this like fully commit to the switch.
Yeah.
And just I don't know, put art out there and make money off of it. That's the biggest.
But it's the commissions, girl.
Yeah.
I be paying for commissions all the time for art. Like
yeah.
Because at first, pay your artists.
Pay
your artists and fucking all. Like the thing is, always pay your artists and always pay your friends that are artists. People love to do that shit that they love to look at you and be like, hey, can you make this? And then not pay you.
Oh yeah.
Bitch. Like when
that's like the one thing they teach you in just like any graphic design program is like always charge for your art. Like no discounts, no like friends, like benefit, whatever.
Like you might get a birthday gift. Maybe.
Yeah.
You might get a birthday gift or like if you like thing is I'm also willing to trade too, like art for art. Like
yeah.
blah, 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 like service to service.
Right.
But like girl, you ain't getting nothing for free.
But yeah, I will be putting out like a bunch of like new designs soon that I've been working on. I do like mostly just like illustration and like I like more of like digital art, but I also do like graphic design stuff because I feel like that's where the money is.
Where would you say that you draw most of your inspiration from?
Wow, that's honestly like my like friends is like the biggest one. I mean like last year I did a bunch of just like paintings of like my friends.
Yeah.
Like some of the ones on my Instagram are literally just like paintings, like digital art that I made of my friends. Just
I love that.
Like, that's what I like to do, and it's I feel like it's hard for me to just be like, oh, I'm gonna create something.
Oh yeah.
And it's so much easier to be like, oh, like this person has like this unique quality or like this specific style, and like I'm going to like draw from that and like put that into artwork. I think that's just easier for me.
Yeah. I love that. I also take a lot when I write. I also do that same thing. Like I love taking from my friends because everyone's cadence is so different.
Yeah.
And especially like queer people. Honestly, it's really hard to write queer people because it's just like the way people like the way we talk is like like it's everything's a monologue. Everything's a monologue.
Everything's a monologue. Everything has to be dramatic.
Everything has to be dramatic. It's always like even when we walk into the room, it's like everyone does something so different. Like when we walk into Kelsey's house, it's
That's what I love about it. Is like we're all just like our own like character. Like it's a character.
Girl, we're putting on a play.
Yeah, that's another reason why like I love our friend group. Just because like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are just boring.
Girl.
Because of like societal norms, like everyone's like been trained to like just be like normal and like polite or like I don't know, just be like normal people, and we're like
Girl, the thing is I've realized like if you can't drag like for me at least, not everyone's built like this, but like I find myself like if you can't like drag your friends and say the truth to your friends, like bitch, like then like are we friends? Can we actually have a conversation? Like do we even know each other?
That like I would much rather somebody like if my makeup looks awful one day, I would rather somebody be like my friends to be like, girl,
hold my hand while you do it, but tell me the truth.
Right. Instead of being like, oh my god, you look so good, and like that does nothing for me because like how am I gonna get better? How am I gonna grow?
Exactly.
When like people are just compliment, like I love a compliment, but like
me too.
You have to mean it.
Oh, literally, you have to mean it. You have to literally. I agree. Yeah. We're on the same page.
And I feel like for me, like my transness has been a huge help in that because once I realized I wanted to transition, it's kind of like you realize that okay, I'm a brown Latina trans woman. Like the world is not made for me.
No.
It's like not made for me. So I'm instead of like trying to fit into the world, like I'm just gonna be like exactly who I want to be. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and like everyone's already like the world already wants to like get rid of me. So
girl, so you might. I don't care.
I might as well have fun while I'm here.
Girl, who am I to? Like, why am I caring about someone who wants to like make me die? Hello,
right?
Kill me, like.
I don't care about you, like.
Oh, so you want to kill me? Okay, next chapter.
Right.
Like
I want you to die too. Okay,
girl. So do my parents.
Ouch. Just like stare off.
Just. That's the rest of the podcast. Just
like both in our heads.
Disassociate. But it has been such a pleasure. It has been such a pleasure. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything you want to tell the people that are watching this?
Just transition. Just do it.
Yes! Just do it! It's like Nike, girl.
Have you tried estrogen? No? I mean, how will you know if you don't try it?
Girl, you know what? You figured it out.
I'm here to make the whole world trans.
I love that. I love that.
No, but actually, just like, I don't know. I'm going to be putting out a lot more art, so just like follow my art.
You better say your social media right now.
Instagram is ItsCamCamgirl. Twitter, I think it's CamCamGirl.
Yep.
Just search CamCamGirl.
I promise you, it will be somewhere below here. It will pop up. Y'all will see it if you're watching the thing, or you'll see it in the description. It'll be somewhere that you can find it.
Yes. And I have some artwork there. If you like it, let me know.
Commissions, girl.
I'll be putting out a lot more, and then I'm actually working on like putting my art up for sale online.
Yes.
So like, both Mel and Kelsey and Justin have like prints that I've made.
Okay.
So like things like that is what I'm gonna be trying to sell. And
if you send me, would you mind sending me some of the prints so I can just put it on here?
100%. Yes.
Boom, y'all.
Yes.
Not
we can
only,
put one right here.
Boom, just right here, so we can just post it.
Yes. I'll totally make a print. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, okay, y'all. It has been such a delight, and remember, treat everyone with kindness. Black lives still matter. Black trans lives still matter. POC trans lives still matter. Just trans lives matter. Black lives matter. I love y'all, and I cannot wait to see you.
And don't forget to be petty.
Exactly, and don't forget to be petty, bitch. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye. This is a Like Genuinely production, produced and edited by yours truly, Justin Petty.